Welcome to Monday, welcome to Countdown Day, and I know some of you are going to be confused because old GotBot did not ask a countdown question this week. Because of some difficulties with a troll on the old Zuck platform, Facebook, I am not allowed to use groups for a few days, so you can thank that dude for that. So I said, hey, what can I do? Because if I'm not going to put the question up everywhere that it normally goes, then I didn't want to just do a partial job. So I said that we're going to flip the script this week, and I'm going to answer a question that fans have asked me over and over and over and over and over. I'm going to answer it by way of a top 10. So this is one of those very rare personal GotBot top 10s. What's the topic? The top 10 Transformers that I still want to add to my collection. Some of these exist and actually have a figure out. Some of these do not. Top 10 Transformers old GotBot still wants to personally add to his collection is the focus this time around for the latest GotBot Counts Down. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course subscribe, and while you are at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton. Let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Or of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. Like I said, no vote this week. Don't worry. There will be a vote this upcoming week. Right? On May 8th, I think it is. Something like that, whatever Wednesday is. I will put up a new question, so we will get back to normal. But where I couldn't do it proper this week, I said I'll do something a little different, right? And that's why I'm answering this often asked fan question. This is current as of May, the very beginning of May of 2025. I'm sure that it will change as time goes on, but this is where we are right now. I do have two honorable mentions. These are ones that I want, but either I know they're coming or I don't think it's going to happen. The first one is Sure Shot. Obviously, we need a Sure Shot. I'm pretty sure that he is slated to come now in Age of the Primes. The other is Tortoise, and depending on the continuity you follow, either he was a Decepticon ruler before Megatron, or he was like a bit of a chaotic force and sort of a resistance, if you will, leader for military hardware before they were ever Decepticons. So Tortoise is kind of a weird character that I'd like to have, but I don't think we're ever going to actually get. Time will tell, I suppose. But those two honorable mentions, they did not make the list. We're going to do as we always do, and we're still going to kick things off with number 10 first. Kicking us off at number 10 is this. Earthrise Hound or Legacy Hound Earth Mode or whatever you want to call it. I was so disappointed that this came out in a 5-pack. There was no chance, there was no way that I was going to buy a 5-pack just to get that one Hound when it was 4 other molds that I already have that I'm already happy with. No, it made 0 sense to release it that way to me, though I know a lot of people were really happy to get some of those molds because they had missed them. I also know that there is slated to be a Studio Series Hound. I don't know if that's 86, Age of Extinction, Last Night. I think the hope is that it's going to be a singular release of this guy, but I don't know if that's what it actually is. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for. That's what I'm hoping for. I had it set up to source this guy, and the dude that was going to source it to me just stopped talking to me. He just flaked out, right? He flaked out. I hate when people do that. If you're going to do something or say you're going to do something, be as good as your word, you know? That's all I'm saying. So, I digress. I'm really hoping that it will be rectified by a singular Studio Series release. I have the Detritus version, and I love it. I like the Earth mode better than the Siege mode, and until the day comes that I can get this Hound proper, I guess I'll stick with my old Classics one, which is still pretty good, even if outdated. Earth mode, modern, legacy, calling it legacy, I'm assuming legacy, Earth mode Hound, yes please, takes the number 10 slot. Coming in at number 9 we have this character, that's right, Black Arachnia. I detested the Kingdom version. It was a pathetic measly 38 grams, nowhere close to what it needs to be for a deluxe class. It struggles to stand up, always falling over with those weak ankles. The transformation is just balling her up under her backpack, and it's not comfortable to do. The articulation is a bit abysmal. She can't even really kick forward because of the way the hip skirt is, or hip piece, I suppose, pelvis piece. To get her leg forward, you got to put it at this weird angle. And the worst of all of that is she's still missing a ton of paint apps and wildly inaccurate. I reviewed her, I immediately didn't like her, and I immediately said we need an update to Black Arachnia already because this is an embarrassment. And I still feel that way. We're, what, 5, 6 years later now? And I think it's a terrible Black Arachnia, and I think it's a slap in the face to the character. If people love it, great. I'm happy you're happy, but I expect better for her. I expect better for Silverbolt, and she takes the number 9 slot. Coming in at number 8, we have this character. That's right, it's Guardian Prime. That looks an awful lot like Hot Rod. I get it. And I don't know if we're ever going to get it. We're really missing like a Guardian and a Zeta when we talk about the sort of lineage of the Matrix bearers down through, right? We have a Prima. Sometimes Primon even came before Prima, but we have Prima, we have Nova. We skip over Nominus if you believe in the continuity where he goes to the dead universe and that fake Prime rose up and stuff. We kind of don't have a Nominus, but in sort of G1 proper, it went from Nova to Guardian, Guardian to Zeta, Zeta to Sentinel, Sentinel to Optimus, Optimus to Rodimus. I feel like we're really missing a proper Zeta and a proper Guardian. Since Guardian comes first and we already have a Nova, I'd like to add a Guardian to my collection. Might do a custom Hot Rod, because I don't know if we're ever officially going to get him, but I'd sure love to add him. And he takes the number 8 slot. I'm going to keep this real short at number 7, because number 7 is this guy. Rad, Action Master Rad. I get that in, I want to say Unicron Trilogy, if I'm not mistaken, that there was like a smoke screen that came out with a head that looked suspiciously like Rad. But I want a Rad proper. We got Mainframe with the Arc. If you could do Mainframe that just turns into a computer, you can definitely do a Rad that turns into a car. After all, you already did it with Jackpot. Why not do it with Rad as well? Yes, Action Master Rad. I've been calling for an update to him with an alt mode for like 30 years. Give it to me, baby. At the number 7 slot. Coming in at number 6, we stick with Action Masters and this character, banzai-tron. Now I know versions of banzai-tron exist, like the Hunt for the Decepticons bludgeon mold, that I would love to have. I've just never seen it. I know that there's the Super 7, which I think is great. I'm even okay that he doesn't transform. But here, that's like $75. Like, a bit too rich for my blood for what it is. I feel like 50 would have been better for it. 50 Canadian, right? Maybe 35 US. I feel like would have been better for it. But with modern engineering, with all the modern takes that we have, I feel like, man, there's something real special that could be done with that Decepticon ninja. I think he's a ninja. I think he's a martial arts expert. I believe. That's the way I always interpreted him anyway. banzai-tron, yes, takes the number 6 slot. And now a hush falls over the crowd because we've reached the ever coveted, ever popular halfway mark. And at the halfway mark, we have this character, Wide Load. To be fair, it's all of the throttle bots, but since I need to follow my own voting rules, one person, one vote, I had to pick a throttle bot, and I pick Wide Load. We already have Goldbug. We already even have a version of Chase via Roadburn in Titan's Return. Just give us the other 4. But specifically, if you're going to give me one first from the other 4, do this guy. Do Wide Load first. He's the most unique of what's left, and I'd love to add him to my collection. He takes the number 5 slot. Number 4 takes us to the ranks of the Quintessons and these characters. Executioners. Give us a Quintesson Executioner. You gave us a Pit of Judgment box set and didn't have an Executioner in there. We got Alicons. We got Sharkticons. We even have Decius drones. We have judges. We even have a little prosecutor. But man, we don't have any executioners. We even got a bailiff. Just round out the team, man. Give us some executioners. Yeah, they take the number 4 slot. Coming in at number 3, we stick with the Quintesson forces in this. Give us a scientist. I know, the Prosecutor's tiny. He's more of a little add-on. A lot of people would say give us a proper Prosecutor, and I agree. But since the Prosecutor does exist in the Pit of Judgment box set, as imperfect as that is, I'd say we at least need to have a scientist before Prosecutor because we don't have any official scientists. I know some third-party offerings exist, some MP scaled versions, so on and so forth. But a mainline iteration of a scientist would be great. I don't know, make them turn into a Beaker or a Bunsen burner or some other scientific thing. But yeah, much like the argument for the Executioners, give us some quintessence scientists, and it takes the number 3 slot. At number 2, I would like to add this character to my collection. It's Autobot X. And like, what a weird hodgepodge Autobot X is. We all know that. I don't even know if you could pull off an alt mode or what type of alt mode. I feel like some sort of a asymmetrical car. Maybe some sort of an asymmetrical truck. I feel like they could pull something off at deluxe, maybe Voyager scale is where I'm kind of in my headspace. It would have fit in the red line. And I know there are some statues, and I know there are a couple of like, I think like a couple of like BAFs or something that might have like shoulders and maybe hips and like super limited articulation. And it might even be like legend scale or some such thing. I want to say like New Age maybe. But we don't have an actual fully articulated Autobot X. And I think it's something missing from a lot of people's collections. I know I'd certainly like to have it. And it takes the number 2 slot. And now here we are, very tippy top number 1. And number 1 is this guy. Beast Wars 2 Galvatron. I reviewed him, but on the Autobot Maximal side of things, I have everything from Prima, the 13, though some of them will be replaced with Age of the Primes, right down through the lineage. Granted, I'm kind of missing a Guardian Prime, and I'm kind of missing a Zeta Prime. I mentioned Guardian earlier. For Zeta, I mean, I got a couple of ideas of something I could use for it, much like the custom Hot Rod could be a Guardian. So they might be able to go filled in with other bots, but we're missing a Guardian and a Zeta proper. But on down through that, I go all the way down, all the way to Star Convoy. When it comes to the Maximals, I have Primal. Then I even have Optimal Optimus, right? Once he becomes the big thing. You know, I have Lio Convoy now, thanks to Legacy Evolution. I even have, thanks to our buddy Eric, the anime-accurate version of Big Convoy. So I'm all done with the good guys. But when it comes to the bad guys, you know, I have the Decepticon leaders right down through, after Megatron and Galvatron, down through, like, you know, Zarek and Scorponok, and granted, we don't have a Dark Nova, we don't have, you know, those weird alien things, but like all the way down, I even have a custom Violent Jiger. Right? But when we get to the Predacons, while I have Beast Wars Megatron and the like Transmetal 2 version, no Transmetal 1 version, but while I have those versions of Megatron, while I have now Magmatron hopping over into Beast Wars Neo, I do not own a Galvatron. He's the one missing faction era leader that I'd really like to add. In fact, I kind of salivate so much that I want to add him. Yeah, give us an update to Beast Wars 2 Megatron. The dude deserves it. I want it. I bet some fans want it. And he takes, for me, the number 1 slot for most wanted Transformers character added to my collection. And that's it, man. 10 down to 1 once again. Of course, I don't have votes here, but I will mention that I'd love to have Omnibots updated. I would love to have the Predators updated as another example. The Accelerators, update those guys. Like, there are groups from late G1, G2 that I'd love to have updated. I mean, don't get me started on some of the Japanese stuff. And some of the like Autobot combiners. Give us a Mac and tackle, right? I mean, like there's a lot there I think that could still be done. I don't need any more G1 Optimuses or Starscreams or Megatrons or Grimlocks or whatever. I got all of that. Give me the ones that don't have. If you want to do those core characters, I think what they've been doing recently is a good idea. Do like a Legacy Armada Optimus. Do like a Legacy United Optimus, you know, like go branch out to those other eras for those core characters while kind of delving into the deep cuts for us hardcore G1, G2 fans. At least that's my feeling on it. Anyway, very personal list this time. That's the ones I'd like to add. Like I said, some of them are in existence, some of them aren't. For now, I'm going to say thank you for dropping by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link, check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you are at it, hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel, and don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way right here inside the videos.